Screw the Grammys. Boring. Miley Cyrus winning. Boring. What we need is cold, hard memes. That's right, it's time for a recap of Know Your Memes, Memes of the Month for January 2024. As always, these results are based on polls you all voted on, so you can't get mad at me, it's the rules. Let's start with the honorable mentions though. There were some random TikTok memes with 1% of the vote, like Orange Peel Theory, the next great sociology study, and many marveled over the Great Chicago Rat Hole, the newest wonder of the world. A rat-shaped hole in the sidewalk that many paid tribute to with coins and estrogen. Many of us got into debates or even booted up Pal World, Pokemon with guns as everyone called it, and of course everyone was singing about Ninja's low-tapered fade. But none of these memes stood the test of time. They weren't good enough to hit the top 6. Let's hit it. Number 6 with 6% of the vote is Josh Wine. Yeah, I haven't heard of this meme either. I guess everyone was really into this refreshing drink because of its silly meme. It's been one of those weeks. Pass the Josh. Honestly, I could use some Josh right about now too. And I'm not talking about Josh from Drake and Josh. And I'm definitely not talking about Drake, the rapper, either. We can't talk about that. Anyway, the number 5 spot had us all in the vaults of time. Steamboat Willie is the number 5 spot. It finally entered the public domain, and oh, was it great. Finally, we could all have our way with that dumb copyrighted rat. People got creative with this one. With another 6% of the vote, everyone had a lot of fun with this meme, making 3D animations, silly animations, and comics. This was just a lot of fun. Although I still have a feeling Disney's gonna come to each of our doorsteps and ram a literal steamboat of a lawsuit in our faces anyway. So let's go to number 4 before we get sued. Number 4 with 10% of the votes for some reason was Stephen Hawking on Epstein Island. Yep, another confirmed Epstein goer was revealed. The late Stephen Hawking. A lot of people had memes about this, from GIFs to tweets to impact font images, but it didn't quite hit the top 3. Number 3 with another 10% of the vote was the great, the beautiful, Mr. Fresh. We have to have a cat meme every month, right? It's just fate. This cat got everyone rolling on the floor because during a cat feeder camera app recording, Mr. Fresh, a cat who only eats fresh food like he deserves, was caught doing this occasional side-eye, almost purposefully at the camera. Like the great Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson did the side-eye, you wonder if Mr. Fresh's food just wasn't fresh enough. He's certainly looking fresh though. Keep it up, Mr. Fresh. Number 2 with 11% of the vote might not surprise you as everyone was joking about it for a few weeks, but it's the Verbalase $50,000 Hazbin hotel commission. More of an event than a meme. A lewd AMV that Verbalase paid, yes, 50 grand for, featured him and popular Hazbin hotel character Charlie Morningstar, you know, doing their thing. You have to admit though, 50K on a Hazbin hotel character fantasy with yourself is one hell of a commitment. I almost wish I was that brazen. Well, first I wish I had $50,000 to spend, but I think I'd rather put a down payment down on a house than a, AMV. Anyway, people were memeing this left and right with a Zam edit and a plethora of discourse online. But it wasn't quite the best meme of the month. The top, the tippity top. Number 1 might surprise you though. The best meme of January 2024, the meme of the month as voted by all of you listening, with 24% of the vote, it's Dancing Toothless, the great dragon from How to Train Your Dragon. This cute little dance animation had everyone captivated as it swept across TikTok. From the mind of Cas van de Pol, who makes some amazing animations, people took this little dance and put him everywhere. Honestly, this rocks, and I'm really glad this won number 1. You guys did it this time. You picked a good meme. Like the dancing lizard, this great toothless boogie is accompanied by Driftfield City Pokemon music, and many of us have found ourselves sitting down Clockwork Orange style to an entire 1-hour version of it. Except our eyes aren't forced open, they're open with glee as we watch the most beautiful piece of art 2024 has gifted us. This green screen version allowed many to put Toothless anywhere they wanted, even on the official League of Legends UK account, people's rooms, in car seats. Hell, you could have 3 of them on the screen at the same time. How about 10? Dance away the pain. I love this meme. Anyway, that's been January 2024's Memes of the Month from Know Your Meme. Let us know down below how seething and enraged you are that your favorite little stinky meme didn't make the list. Peace. Well, you know what time it is. It's not Oscars time. We're not watching the dang Tonys. This is the good stuff. It's the Know Your Memes Meme of the Month for February of 2024. It was a good month for memes, better than a lot of them. And sometimes the meme of the month is like a weird cat with a mushroom on its head. But this time we've got the stuff. As always, you can't yell at me because you all voted for this. It's your fault. There were a lot of honorable mentions this month, from images of Sydney Sweeney to fun what X looks like versus how X draws them, which actually produced a lot of creative images. Everyone was playing Helldivers 2 and also diving into the existential question, how many cubes are on this trailer? Yeah, that got everyone very confused, so much so that a user made a graph of Wojaks to present the discourse in a bell curve. There were some AI memes too, but we don't care about those. Number 6 on the list, with 6% of the vote, is Cranny Memes. Really don't like the word cranny, but this was a fun image editing meme that had us throwing random edits into this small cranny. You know, people post their house online and go, what should I do with this space? It's been happening online forever, especially on spaces like Reddit or Twitter, but for some reason this specific cranny got memed to death. Someone put a Chili's in there, or someone edited Minecraft blocks in there, or Shinji's in there existentially panicking about his entire existence. Mood. Eventually, other spaces were getting used too, like the inaccessible foyer, which people put camping chairs on, or this even tinier sliver of space, which people also put Minecraft stuff in. My personal favorite of all these edits was the Japanese restaurant. That's pretty cool. Number 5 had us soaring into Weeaboo land with an epic Dragon Ball meme, making fun of the Mexican cartel. With images like this one, or GIFs of Goku zooming in to end conflict, these were big enough to land a 9% share of the vote. Anime memes are still in, I guess, folks. Number 4 with 11% of the vote is this epic cat with apples meme. This would have gone hard as hell on the Facebook timeline in 2008. And watch this, get this. Second apple. I know, the apple increases, or as the tweeter put it, the apple is increasing. It's very great that we have a good classic cat meme in this rotation this month. I feel like it's our job as humans on the internet to make sure that there are always cat memes until the end of time. G-Cat, how come you get 2? The third most popular meme last month was that thing Marcus Brownlee won't stop talking about in my YouTube algorithm feed, the Apple Vision Pro discourse. This landed 12% of the vote, and that makes sense. This is like the main thing anybody was talking about last month, other than, you know, Taylor Swift. We'll get to that. These memes were good though. People driving around with their Apple Vision Pro headsets on. It's very dystopian. Mark Zuckerberg had some beef with it, and many complaints came out as it actually released, from the heavy weight to the motion sickness. I'm getting motion sick, but that's because everyone won't stop talking about the second most popular meme last month with 12% of the votes, Taylor Swift on her private jet. The joke itself has been circulating for a while. I think I've even seen bits about it from years ago. Since 2022, when the tab listed Taylor Swift as the celebrity with the most CO2 emissions. Everyone was memeing that though, like this image that perfectly sums it up. Taylor Swift on her way to bed. This is probably somebody's fetish, so let's move on. It's time for number 1, the final countdown with a whopping 19% of the votes. It's Sad Hamster. Sad Hamster? I mean, I'm very happy this won meme of the month for February. This Sad Hamster is so 2000s core. It's like something you'd see on YouTube randomly surfing in 2010. It feels like an iPod shuffle. This hamster was huge on TikTok, in videos alongside the song Woe Is Me, best known for its usage in SpongeBob. The meme itself almost feels like it could be an image actually used in SpongeBob too, like one of those zoom-in frames. The internet fell in love with this sad, lovable hamster, leading to tons of art, dessert sculptures, and edits over movies like Inside Out. So, the best meme won. That doesn't usually happen, but we did it. I love you, Sad Hamster, but actually friendship ended with Sad Hamster. Cat with apples is my best friend.
No Chick-fil-A sauce?
It's the end of Cerveca Cristal!
It's April now, and with showers of rain come showers of new memes. March had us deep in the trenches of meme hell, from millennials being described as the Cork Chungus archetype, yes, that's real, to this absolutely iconic Lisan al-Gaib gif. I was actually using this gif constantly. I need a dude like that in my life. Dune memes in general were huge, almost as big as the discourse surrounding 2024's TikTok bill being passed around the House. Memes would see a complete paradigm shift if they banned that in the United States. I'm pretty sure like 90% of modern memes come from TikTok these days. But these were just the stragglers, the memes that didn't even make the cut on Know Your Memes' great monthly memes of the month poll. So let's get into the cream of the crop, the top 5 best memes voted on by Know Your Meme users of March 2024. The number 5 spot brought us the great refreshing Cerveca Cristal meme. I had friends showing me videos of this. With 8.5% of the vote, this meme was sitting in the oven cooking, ready to unleash itself for 20 years. In 2003 and 2004, Chilean TV network Canal 13 aired these weird Star Wars ads advertising this Chilean beer brand, Cerveca Cristal, in the cuts. They're actually funny as hell, and when they sing Cerveca Cristal, it hits way too hard. I hate that I want to drink Yoda's Dagobah beer right now. Obi-Wan Kenobi telling Luke that your father wanted you to have this when you're old enough, and then pulling out a beer is maybe the best advertisement ever put on TV. Might as well throw out all the other like crappy Super Bowl ads every year, replace them with these. So yeah, people couldn't stop talking about that. In 4th place, with another 8.5% of the vote, is Green FN, a slang term prominent in basketball clips on TikTok. Essentially, you hit the worst shot ever, just the worst shot, and throw that slang over it as a caption. This Family Guy Peter Griffin TikTok of the variety is definitely a vibe. In 3rd place, with 9% of the votes, was the ever-popular No Chick-fil-A Sauce girl, Gina, who wilded out at the cash register for millions to see. This simple TikTok that showed the modern Jim Carrey whip out these mask-esque facial expressions had everyone watching. There was even a lot of lore to it. People were wondering if it was real, or a Chick-fil-A psyop. Is Gina real, or an AI created to generate TikTok views? For some reason, many people even made these horrifying bird TikToks facts. I support Eugene. I think every cashier should act like her. Cashiers should be able to belittle customers for their horrible fast food choices. I mean, really, just get the Chick-fil-A sauce. Like, they designed it for that. In second place with 12% of the votes is the Canon versus Fanon meme, which would highlight the differences between what the actual canon is in some sort of media or whatever versus what the fans actually do with the content. For example, the canon might be two characters that absolutely hate each other and don't ever have a civil interaction, but the Fanon would draw them making out. The internet is wild. Sometimes the canon is a simple motif, but the Fanon runs with it. We all need to go outside. Anyway, I thought this was a fun one. Got a lot of people drawing and being creative, which is always nice. But none of these came close to the #1 spot, the top meme of March 2024, with 19% of the votes, the Glasgow Willy Wonka experience. Yeah, there was this horrible event that was horribly disastrous in Glasgow, complete with AI-written scripts, basically no entertainment, a rainbow on a concrete floor, and depressed Oompa Loompas. I'm starting to think 90% of conventions are actually just scams now. At least it didn't have a ball pit. Really though, AI images of beautiful worlds were used to advertise this on places like Facebook, and then the actual event was made seemingly on like a Sunday afternoon. I mean, look at the difference. It was super viral on social media, and the actual images we got, one of my favorites being this Oompa Loompa hanging out at a Breaking Bad-esque table. At this point, maybe I would prefer a ball pit in a concrete room. Anyway, those were the top memes of the month for March 2024. Hopefully this month we have some very wholesome entries and funny ha-has. And don't yell at me, okay? You all voted for this. If you wanted Sydney Sweeney Booba to crack the top 5, you should have been at the voting booths. Peace.
Oh boy, he's my goat of all of this. The business, the everything.
What the Sigma?
It's the time of the month again. No, not that time of the month, well, maybe you just hit your next period. But regardless, it's Know Your Memes, memes of the month of April 2024. Another month of memes, another month of virginity. Let's take a look at what you all voted to be the best memes of last month. As always, there were a ton of stragglers that didn't make the top 5. Kids were going to TikTok Riz parties, which is a horrifying reality. We met a Scrimbler Scrinkly and the Great Smiling Friends Gwimbly, a character that spawned a ton of awesome fan art, and Quandale Dingle even made a return. In Turkish, new Wojaks were birthed, like Wife Jack and Husband Jack. People kept trying to get you to look at letters between the keys on your keyboard, and this scene of King Baldwin IV from the 2005 film Kingdom of Heaven went viral for some reason. The internet's out of control, but none of these topped the lists to make it into the top 5. So let's jump into it. Can we get a YouTube intro right now, like it's a 2011 Call of Duty montage video? At number 5. Boy, I say boy. Foghorn Leghorn Rambling took 6.5% of the vote this month. A meme so retro, it had users tweeting left and right imagining Foghorn Leghorn rambling to their favorite characters in media. Rambling at Shinji to get it together and get in the robot. Rambling at Walter White about how good he had it. I'm always down for vintage cartoon memes. Let's get more of those. Maybe we can get some Marvin the Martian memes, some epic Roadrunner memes. At number 4, with a whopping 8.5%, was the continuously viral Lebron, who was popular this past month specifically for this Glazing poem TikTok. You've probably seen Le Bon Bon, the angelic Lebron from heaven who could do no wrong. Well, users were continuing to glaze him, much like Foghorn Leghorn. This insanely viral poem set to the You Are My Sunshine song starts with boy oh boy and goes on forever, glazing Lebron as if he's an omnipotent god. What I love about it is when the song ends with the voice just keeps going.
The way you carry yourself with such confidence and grace is truly awe-inspiring. Whether you're dressed in a sharp suit or a basketball jersey, you exude style and sophistication.
It's so unsettling. None of those words were in the Bible, or any book really, like at all. Literature milestone reached. As we start to slam dunk into the top 3, we get into some societal commentary. There was a meme this past month that made fun of the verbiage we've all been brain-rotted to say over and over. You've probably noticed that whenever you talk to your online friends or watch one of these videos, you start hearing an insane amount of catchphrases or terminally online words. This comic by Fallen Chungus, which pretty much encapsulates the whole point, made the perfect comment to showcase our current online communication style. It's just a guy talking about his day. He's saying, yeah, I went to go visit my friend, and he gets cut off to the other person saying, bro visited his friend. Yeah, so I went to visit my friend, and the response is then again, friends pill visit maxer. Honestly, this isn't even exaggerated. It's actually like this. My fellow in Christ, this meme was IRL maxing and was very accurate core. Bro made a comic. I'm currently doing the face in the 4th panel, by the way, like every day, all day. That's me. Number 2 on the list actually surprised me a bit, but I wasn't unhappy to see it. With 13.5% of the vote, Raccoon dancing in a circle is number 2. Yes, this happy raccoon, the cutest thing I've ever seen in the world, ever, danced to an EDM song and all of our eyeballs rejoiced. I literally might buy a digital picture frame, hang it in my room, and put this on there 24/7. It's probably the most wholesome meme to ever grace a meme of the month. If I voted for meme of the month this past month like a good Democratic warrior, I would have voted for this too. So thank you, voters. But none of those came close to number 1 this time around. In fact, 18.5% of you voted this as meme of the month. Unfortunately, the winner is
What the Sigma?
The audio clip What the Sigma was super viral on TikTok last month, pulling out the Squidward voice to say the worst thing a human has uttered. It's based on the original What the Deuce from Family Guy, so of course, naturally Squidward says What the Sigma, it's this classic catchphrase of the Krusty Krab. Really though, I think if someone said What the Sigma to me in real life, like at the grocery store or something, I would instantly turn to ash and rubble. I just disintegrate and what's left would be my clothing on the floor of aisle 13. You could basically take this meme and throw it into number 3's comic, and I'm still making that face. Anyway, thanks for watching another edition of Know Your Memes Memes of the Month. We're about halfway through this year. My brain is already rotted to its core. I don't even want to know what words are getting added to the Merriam-Webster's dictionary on January 1st, 2025. Peace.
3, 2, 1.
Another month, another set of memes to go viral and grace our eyeballs. So let's count down the top 5 memes of the month from May 2024 on Know Your Meme. Many didn't make it. Honorable mentions like Madison Beer Hype and the controversial question about whether you'd want to see a bear or a man in the woods. Black bear. Obviously, I just want to hang out with a black bear. I saw this but with a goth girl image a lot, sometimes even directed at me. Someone said this was me in Schlatt once. There's a King Charles portrait that looks like he's fusing with flesh in the Minecraft Nether biome, so that happened. Oh, and a picture of an anime hand grabbing a cheek went viral. It was a weird month, okay, but none of these memes quite hit the peak echelon of memes. There were only 5 of those. The first meme to hit the list with 8% of the vote is yet another LeBron James meme. It seems like every month he wins this thing. 2-time Meme of the Month winners trophies should go on his refrigerator right in front of the NBA trophies, if we're being honest. Anyway, yeah, his pregame ritual where he screams was mashed up with every piece of media you can think of, including some good edits like this MLG one. This scream originally comes from an actual official NBA TikTok account, and he's originally screaming because he's getting old. I much prefer to think he's just screaming about Mario 64 instead. The screams weren't loud enough to hit number 4 though, which was the infamous New York Dublin portal, the weird real-life nether portal that connected people in Dublin to New York City over video in this huge circular portal structure. This thing looks like a bunch of monkeys should be gathering around it like it's the beginning of 2001: The Space Odyssey. Anyway, this art installation suffered the wrath of mankind as the people of Dublin and New York incurred corn images and 9/11 pics on their phone through the video feeds. Someone even flashed the portal, which was the last straw for the social art experiment before it got shut down. 4th place though, 11% of the votes, not bad. In 3rd place with 11.5% of the votes was a very cute one this time, and I'm happy it's here. This crocodile named Thour, who licks a lemon and loses his face. It's very adorable and began a viral spree of redraws and artists adding their own flares. Like this one of Gargura, or this one of Vaporeon, a Pokemon we're supposed to be banned from talking about on this program for, reasons. Very cute one though. I love this Isabelle one and this cute Cult of the Lamb one. Adorable, good stuff. This did not beat the giant topic in 2nd place though, that's for sure. Almost nothing could top the Drake and Kendrick feud, with diss tracks flying left and right. The Know Your Meme voters brought this one to 13% of the vote. I almost couldn't escape conversation about this, and I think we can all agree who the real winner is here. Eminem. Awfully hot coffee pots aside, the memes and commentary for this beef were huge, with images of Martin Scorsese saying absolute cinema as a reaction to the theatrical rap beef that hit everyone's social media feeds. Or tweets about J. Cole as a scared fox. Anyway, it didn't beat the number 1 spot this month, which barely squeaked by with 14% of the vote. It's this galvanized square steel meme. I was actually getting a lot of these unhinged home design TikToks in my feeds as well, so I feel like I couldn't escape them either. They're pretty funny sometimes, like the unhinged home design meme has led to some really silly videos, like this original galvanized steel one by Home Design 369. Just watch as they fly in. It's mesmerizing. And then a tiger runs through for some reason. Insane content. So anyway, what did you think about this month's crop of memes? Sorry to some dude named Larry, 28, Arkansas, who really wanted Egg Blinker to win. You tried. Good try. But it didn't. Peace. It's everybody's favorite time of the month, June 2024's Memes of the Month. On Know Your Meme, we hold a poll every month, and users vote to see which meme comes out on top. So you can't blame me, you blame democracy. This month, a huge crop of memes got close to cracking the top 5, but just couldn't do it. There were hot rodent men being thirsted over like cheese on a mousetrap. There was this funny image of Justin Timberlake. There were even brain rot remixes of Band for Band. That AI-generated brain rot had even some of my normie friends sending me DMs at 3 in the morning, of TikToks like yacht for yacht. I can't. King Baldwin silencing the unworthy was popular, and this monkey from War of the Planet of the Apes saying oh no went viral. His face is really funny at the end. But none of these wondrous or horrible memes made it to the top 5, the best of the best, the cream of the crop. Let's start with number 5 with 7% of the votes. This one I'm actually quite pleased with. It's the Miiverse Yeah. Man, the Miiverse is awesome. There's just so much charm in a lightweight social media like this, and this past month's social media users have been frothing at the mouth for some positive change. Imagine if Twitter's buttons were replaced with yeahs. That would be pretty cool. A lot of this discourse came about because Twitter removed the section where you can see other users' public likes. Suffice it to say, this is a certified yeah moment. Please comment yeah down below if you agree. The 4th place winner is a little freak. Somehow this little freakazoid passed by. It's FreakyBob with 8.5% of the votes. This little scoundrel plays off of the freaky and freak verbiage that's being thrown around a lot lately. Is somebody gonna match his freak? Probably not, because FreakyBob is absolutely terrifying. In papyrus font too. This plays off of a trend that's been popping off for about a year on Instagram and elsewhere, where people throw papyrus font into text bubbles and images talking about being a freak. Or just using the word freaky, like this epic PVZ meme. But this past month, FreakyBob took control. Sometimes he even calls you in the middle of the night on your iPhone 1. Would you answer? In 3rd place was a meme worth spitting about. Tuah with 9.5% of the votes. I saw a lot of hubbub about this one. People thought it would win, and honestly, I'm surprised it didn't. This was a pretty epic street interview, which are super popular on TikTok and have been for a while. She basically just says what we've all been thinking. You gotta Tuah on that thing. She's right, and you know what? She's spitting too. Pretty sure she's gonna be president in 8 years. Anyway, number 2 with a whopping 15% of the votes was Let's Go Gambling, based off of this awesome animation by Flipnote animator Rax D Flipnote on TikTok. I had multiple people send me this, and I have to say it's pretty awesome. Big fan. This animation and meme inspired tons of other fan animations like this Toho one, and in general, it was just the perfect way to encapsulate the gambling experience. It's just so fun to press button. You ever see those videos of old people pressing the buttons in front of slot machines? The entirety of Las Vegas is just a sensory deprivation chamber. Like, I know they make fun of us, like Zoomers and Alphas, like on our iPods and phones all day, but the Boomers have lost all of their senses in a Las Vegas gambling room. But anyway, gambling aside, there's a meme that was just a little more addictive. With 15% of the votes as well, the winner of June's Meme of the Month slipped through with literally 3 votes of difference. It was Jigsaw's Final Challenge. This was a good old classic meme too. Just a good Jigsaw on the top, your final challenge in impact font, followed by something funny, or trying to be. Install Arch Linux, that's a good joke. Replace that with Gentoo though, then you're really cooking. Or play Call of Duty MW2, or let your partner go through your Twitter bookmarks. There were a lot of good impact font memes to come out of this, and I have to admit, this makes me feel like a 2012 memer all over again. Thank you for that. The most popular obvious usage of this was your final challenge, let yo bi go through your phone. That one would be hard for some. Well, what do you think? Scream in the comments all you want, because it's your fault. I know you all wanted FreakyBob to win. I saw all the bets in the underground scene thinking that FreakyBob would win, but he lost. Seethe, mauled, you will never match Jigsaw's freak. Peace.
Okay, we're switching things up a bit, and this month I will be revealing the winner for July's Meme of the Month. Will it be 1 Million Beers, or Brat Summer, or JD Vance's affinity for soft furniture? No, because none of those even made the top 5. Coming in 5th on July's Meme of the Month poll is appropriately 500 cigarettes, with even more appropriately 5.5% of the votes. The meme stems from a scene in the Orville where 2 aliens sample cigarettes for the first time, in more ways than one, and instantly know that they want to do it at least 500 more times.
We must have more. 500 cigarettes.
This month, the scene went viral on TikTok, often used in overstimulation videos. People also made all kinds of memes where the phrase 500 cigarettes was fairly randomly inserted. Coming in 4th place with 6% of the votes is Side-Eye Fish. Wait, that's a horse. That's a horse? I guess side-eye looks a little different when your eyes are literally on the side. This weird picture of a horse's profile went viral and was used as a judgmental reaction image, also inspiring all kinds of redraws and fan art. Coming in 3rd with around 6% of the votes is Noko-tan entering a classroom. Life is hard enough as a teen, and having antlers can't make it any easier, but at least it means you know how to make an entrance. This epic scene from the anime My Dear Friend Noko-tan of the antlered character Kool-Aid manning through her classroom door became the subject of redraws on Twitter, with memers posting fan art depictions of the scene with all kinds of different characters. Coming in 2nd place with 23% of the votes is Trump's raised fist in the air post being shot at. Everyone knew that this photograph would be a huge meme, and it was indeed, with countless edits, memes, and redraws popping up on social media over the past few weeks. it's likely that the already iconic picture will keep inspiring memes for a long time. Who could have guessed that this tiny green wizard gnome wandering through malls would inspire an epic war on TikTok? And who would have guessed that that epic war would win first place for July's Meme of the Month? With 29% of the votes, Gnomes vs. Knights wins the day. Huzzah! Crawly-possessed small wizard character claimed to be hiding from the evil knights, and the knights of TikTok vowed to hunt him down. Did they ever capture him? Well, it's August now, so who cares? See you all at the next Meme of the Month roundup.
Hello, I'm happy to return to the greatest monthly tradition, watching you freak out in the comments as your favorite meme fails to win Know Your Memes Meme of the Month. That's right, it's that time again. It's September, which means the greatest holiday shall be celebrated in about a week, but it also means we get to look at August's best memes, as voted by you. If you really wanted your super niche dank meme from your cryptic underground meme Discord server to win, you should have voted, suckers. As always, there are many honorable mentions that didn't quite make the top 5 cut, stuff I've never even heard of, like Farbuckle the Goblin. Let's pretend I never saw that. Of course, everyone was talking about the Olympics, like the Korean pistol shooter Kim Ye-ju and her intense levels of aura. Weeaboos had memes like Quirkless Deku working at McDonald's like a superhero that got laid off by the Justice League. It'd be really funny if like Superman just got laid off. Like, sorry, Aquaman, we have to let you go. You haven't been up to quota this month. I'm basically describing the boys. There were also cursed memes like Evil Jongular Cart, which brought brain rot to new levels. Some of these lower voted memes surprised me though. Like, yeah, I didn't think J.K. Rowling's Black Mold was going to win Meme of the Month, but I'm really pleasantly surprised Demure didn't make the cut. Almost, though, with 6.5% of the votes. You little freaks almost made me have to talk about Demure for 30 seconds. Anyway, let's crack the top 5. At number 5, a meme that I'm surprised isn't higher on the list, Brazilian Miku, or more generally, every country's Miku. This was a really fun trend towards the tail end of the month, where artists and creators started depicting Miku in different countries. It all started with this awesome art of Brazilian Miku, and before long, we were looking at every possible alternate universe Miku, like even a Fago-wielding Michigan Miku. Insane. This got 7% of the votes, and the fact that Demure almost beat it makes me want to cry in Vocaloid. But maybe this is the best memes of the month ever, because number 4 is an actual meme I use sometimes. We did it. Usually I'm reading these thinking, wow, the internet should be nuked, but we cooked here, because number 4 with 8.5% of the votes is this epic rainbow dolphin meme. The image itself is my favorite thing ever. Like, I use it on Discord all the time as a GIF, and it was a huge hit last month. Originally, people would just use this image to express intense glee, like a euphoria unimaginable. But now users have started putting ironic captions over it. Typically depressing stuff like, I have a gambling addiction, my grandma died, you know, like throw the dolphin gif up and type, my dad left us at the age of 8. It's a good bit. One of the most famous is how it feels to spread misinformation. I love this dolphin image. Great work, voters. Democracy is saved. In third place was another Olympics meme. The Olympics was a hot button subject this summer, and it's all over this list. They were a lot of fun to watch. They even added some new categories. The one being the most memeable, in my opinion, was this breakdancing category. That's right, with 9% of the votes, Raygun, the Australian Olympic breakdancer, took home the bronze, not in breakdancing, but in memery. A lot of users mocked or parodied the insanity of this Olympic category, and Raygun herself was a huge love it or hate it type figure. I personally think she's a badass, but the funny gifs and edits have had me rolling on the floor, much like she does. At number 2, memes are freaking back because we've got an old style, classic 2-panel meme, folks. That's right, with nearly 15% of the votes, I Guess We Do in Circles Now took second place. This great comic shows a factory worker surprised at the one circle in the assembly line. He goes to his boss, and when he comes back, he lets out the greatest line of all time, I guess we do in circles now. It's iconic, really, and some of the best memes on this were based on the original comic, like this Michelin version. Many artists and users would draw completely different scenes, like this version by Scoobly1 that shows an even wilder shape, the green square. Then someone expanded on that by showing a sign on the wall. It says, days without green square 2431. You could practically feel the stress of the worker placing 2 fingers on each temple as the green square pokes its way out of the machine. Well, these memes have been pretty good so far. Honestly, one of the better crops for meme of the month in a long time. But there's only one meme left, the champion meme. Number 1 with over 32.5% of the vote. It wasn't even close. It's Yusuf, the Turkish pistol shooter. This guy, he had insane swag, Riz, aura, whatever you want to say. This one screenshot of him holding a pistol like a video game character had the internet in shambles. People drew manga-style redraws or even photoshopped him into epic scenes. What was even better is that he's literally just a dude who shoots and loves cats. And his images spread around of him hanging out with his cats. The internet only fell in love with him more. So what's the secret to winning meme of the month, you might ask? Cats. Cats are the DNA of the soul.
I am 2 steps ahead.
You're gonna be real ecstatic when you see the winner of Memes of the Month, Know Your Memes, September 2024. You jokesters, okay, you think you're real funny? We'll get there. As always, you can't be upset at me or Know Your Meme, okay? This is all your fault. If you wanted a different result, make sure you vote next month. For the love of God, vote! I'm like your Twitter timeline. Every celebrity ever is like, vote! With 1 million retweets. Anyway, let's take a look at the honorable mentions who just barely didn't get into the heralded spots of top 5. There was some good stuff in here, you know, like Princess Peach redraws with that Popeye smile I haven't been able to delete from my memory. My new character, just a chill-ass dude. Concord got deleted before I even knew what that video game was, and great stuff like Aura Pregnant. Okay, maybe we didn't miss too much. Number 5 with a whopping 7% of the vote was the Those Who Know meme, which is a little bit of a throwback to the Mr. Incredible meme from way back, which very cutely is one of the first memes I reviewed on here. Anyway, if you know is almost like the Smash Brothers Ultimate of memes, as every character and memed event online and in media has been recapped using this format. With glowing eyes, you see Joker, Peter Griffin, Patrick Bateman. That would be a horrendous fighting game. I would play it. With 10% of the votes, P. Diddy's arrest took home 4th place. We'll have to let him know by mail, as he has been charged with a myriad of crimes and currently resides in prison. This is a little less of a meme, more just like a horrific life event, but everyone was talking about it. There were of course some memes though, especially the freak-off parties leading to images like Diddy's grotto and this image of Squidward, which was inspired by the 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant found in Diddy's home. Insane. No one person needs that lubricant. Amazon should yell at you if you try to buy more than one bottle. It should shock you. Like a little flamethrower should pop out of your iPhone and flame you a little bit. Anyway, let's move one step ahead, shall we? Number 3 was also a big one. Nico Cotto Avocado. No, not a new GMO engineered avocado that has pink flesh or something in the grocery store. That's his username, and he placed 3rd with 15% of the vote. The famous mukbang creator Nico Avocado shocked the world when he came back for this video after a long hiatus with an immense weight loss. Good for him. I physically cannot stomach, pun intended, a Nico Cotto Avocado video. There's something about the way that he talks that is unsettling to my entire being. I think it is personified well in some of these memes, like this JoJo edit. Might as well give him glowing eyes and make it a Those Who Know edit too. But there you go, Nico Cotto, congrats. Anyway, number 2 brings me some great pleasure and really should have won. Moo-Deng, everybody. 16%. I can't believe this beautiful, lovable hippo from a Thailand zoo did not win this month. She was everywhere. I saw so much fan art of this beautiful baby hippo, and it never gets old how in pain she looks in every single photo and video. Constantly being pelted with water. She's right out the womb and has no idea what the hell's going on. Zero thoughts in that noggin except red alert. Never forget who was there for you at your lowest, because you're about to be there. Number 1 this month makes me sick. It's not Moo-Deng, the rightful winner. You know what? Number 1, why don't you just announce yourself?
I am Steve.
It's Jack Black and the entirety of the Minecraft movie with 25% of the vote. A quarter of you thought this was meme of the month. And to be fair, it was a big meme. I saw a lot of really good edits of this trailer, funny stuff like editing Jack Black in different scenarios. Some people made Roblox versions, which were good too. On top of that, for some reason, somehow you got a lot of really good fan art of Jack Black as Steve. This one artist threw him into Gravity Falls, which is way too good, as an example. Artists also popped off for this, and for every wish scenario you can imagine Jack Black in, well, he's probably there. I also really liked the I am placing black recreation. Anyway, what did you think of this month's meme of the month? I will forever be salty that Moo-Deng didn't take the top spot, but it's a world I'm content with living in. Maybe, like Moo-Deng, I will scream in absolute agony. I am Astro. Signing out. It's that time of the month, Know Your Memes October Meme of the Month time. Let's jump into what all of you think is the best meme this month, as voted by all of you internet warriors. This past month was full of spooks and frights, ghouls and dastardly freaks, and the memes sometimes felt the same. As for our spooky honorable mentions that didn't quite make the top 5, as we transition into Turkey Month, Stillwater took home 4.5% of the vote. Elon Musk trying to open himself up like a starfish to form the X logo midair, really not working out, got a good 2.5%, and even this Temu pig shirt got a percentage point. Ugh. These were all horrifying, which makes sense for the spooky month, but timeout. Shaq's respectful timeout gesture only got 3% of the vote? You should all be ashamed. Memers, memettes, and non-memeries. But yeah, at least Cuckstole didn't get far, or that new Minecraft trend called Parkour Civilization, which got 8.5% of the vote. It was close. The real cream of the crop lies in the top 5. Let's see what you all picked. With 9% of the vote, barely beating out that Parkour Civilization meme, Subtle Foreshadowing came in 5th place. The meme format where a climax of a video is teased throughout the video, edging the viewer until the grand finale. These sometimes get me going. I was watching one really long one on Instagram Reels the other night, and I was losing my mind. We at Know Your Meme think this is sort of harkening back to a time when YTP-era edits allowed video memes to flourish. Pretty fun. In 4th place, with another 9.5% of the vote, we had basically the entire cultural behemoth that was the Pokemon GigaLeaks, sometimes referred to as the Terra Leaks because of how much information that came out. From beta sprites to unfinished recordings of games to leaked lore, and of course, those fake stories that made trainers re-question their Gen 2 starter pick. Took the internet by storm this past month. I'm surprised this isn't higher on the list, but maybe we all wanted to forget what slacking King and Octillery were up to. Also, Skyla is Jennifer Lopez, apparently. In third place is the derpiest heckin' shonker we've ever had on one of these lists. Chat, you're not gonna believe this. With 10% of the votes, take a look at Cheeseball the Wizard Cat. Yes, this magical feline manifested itself in August, but really went viral this past month in October, spawning fan art, memes, redraws, or even crappy AI images. I'm very happy to see this chunked up sphere cat make it on here. It's about time the monorail cats, lol cats, and dancing kitty gifs came back into mainstream rotation. Cheeseball, welcome to the Internet Hall of Fame for October. In second place, to maybe no surprise, with 11.5% of the vote, is the entire experience of Donald Trump working at McDonald's for a day. Yeah, this return to 2016 form had Trump looking as old as Biden and demanding that the fries get another few shakes of salt for the 5 media cars that came through the drive-thru. This was quite a spectacle and had internet users in rabid discourse for a day or two. At one point, he squirts a little McDonald's ketchup on his ear and says, okay, I'm kidding, he doesn't do that. Hats off to the manager, though. He did a good job explaining to Donald Trump how to move fries into a fryer. But none of these memes came close to number one, which pulled away with a whopping 26% of the vote. I mean, that's crazy. Isn't even close. This thick lead must be awarded to KSI's new song, Thick of It, a song that had memes and discourse rolling through your timeline at light speed this past month. From emoji recreations of the lyrics to jokes about the woes of Lunchley and Prime's downfall were everywhere. One of my least favorite images ever is this captioned SpongeBob meme, which reads, quote, "Me taking a sip of Prime to wash down my Lunchley while watching the Talk to a podcast and listening to KSI." Welcome to 2024's brain rot machine, everybody. Strap up, because it's only getting weirder. Anyway, those are October's memes of the month of 2024. Let us know what you think. Personally, I think cats or animals like Moo-Deng or this cute feline wizard should sweep every poll, but this was a pretty good crop. Peace. Do you hear that noise? It's the sound of dozens of memes competing to win over the hearts of the internet's warriors. It's time for Know Your Memes, Memes of the Month for November of 2024. This month was full of frenzy, from political memes spawning off the election, like this image of Trump looking at his phone, which turned into him trapping liberals in crystals for some reason, got a good 2.5% of the vote, contrasted with Trump's 50% of the popular vote in real life. Other memes like Sharingan Homer shook people to the core. He would trap you in an infinite pink donut Tsukuyomi. There was Peanut the Squirrel, Goku and Vegeta in the rain, meme coins, and even some great Wojak memes. But lots of these memes are just honorable mentions. They couldn't quite make the top 5 spots that hold memes to a higher standard, sometimes. Well, let's look at number 5, shall we? With nearly 6% of the vote was this really silly collection of manhwa panels, which originate from the Key sisters. It's this baby who immediately upon being birthed is set to lock the heck in, when the mother lets out this beautiful caption, "Queen, never cry." And thus the baby just stops crying. Parent of the year. A lot of people have been describing this manhwa as baki for women, and I'm sure anyone with kids watching this wishes their baby would stop crying so easily too. Maybe we need this woman touring around every household in the world just telling newborns to lock in. Oh, and of course, people made a chill guy version of the comic panels too, because why not? More on that later. This wasn't enough to top number 4 though. With 7% of the votes, you all voted for the Catholic anime girl herself, Luce. Yes, even the Catholic Church has an anime girl mascot now, a news headline that probably would have shook heads a decade ago, but now almost seems normal. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the year Walmart has an anime girl. The highlight of this meme is all the cute fan art of the character, who sort of just looks like Rey from Evangelion in a yellow raincoat. They cooked, unfortunately. I'm Catholic now. In the third place slot with nearly 8% of the total votes was this absolute media frenzy that was the entirety of the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight. More so a story about how a young freak beat up an old man, this nearly 60-year-old Mike Tyson was defeated by influencer Jake Paul, spawning memes like this coffin dance gif with the caption, "Jake Paul's next opponent on his way to the fight." It was a lose-lose either way, because if you lose, you lost to an old man, and if you win, you decided to fight an old man. Put Prime Tyson in there, and I'm pretty sure Jake Paul is turning into a pile of goo. I think Jake Paul should fight Nick Crompton next, and then they could recreate the great ballad, "It's Everyday Bro" in the ring. Anyway, it's second place time, and I've got a doozy for you. It's the most brain rot meme of the year. It's that feeling when knee surgery is tomorrow. I covered this recently on the channel, and this locked in a surprising 20.5% of the total votes. I mean, it's literally just a picture of Blue Grinch with the caption, "That feeling when knee surgery is tomorrow." That's literally it. It's gonna be really messed up when we all actually have to get knee surgery, because we're all gonna have to go frantically looking through our files for that 20-year-old Grinch meme just so we can finally use it for once in a non-ironic way. Oh, that day will be good. Or terrible, I guess, because we'll be having knee surgery tomorrow. Don't try to read too much into this one. Even the world's greatest intellectuals can't crack the code. Gonna need a meme dissertation on this Grinch freak. Anyway, it's the moment you've all been waiting for, the coveted number 1 spot, the meme of the month for November of 2024, with over a quarter of the votes. It's Chill Guy. I saw everyone posting this little dude. He'd be photoshopped into Jujutsu Kaisen. He'd be
hanging out in the field dancing. You'd see 30 and 40-year-olds on social media posting this guy even. Heck, your grandmother probably has him on her fridge. This meme echoed through our entire timelines, real life and online, and what's crazy is this chill guy has been Kevin James smirking since September, where he actually ranked 6th place back then. So he's been climbing the leaderboards here for a bit. Heck, maybe he'll win Meme of the Year. It's certainly a contender. I just really want Moo-Deng to be in the running. Anyway, let us know down below what you think of the results this month. As always, vote for yourselves, and maybe your beloved Rizzler could have made it out of the honorable mentions. I know all of you Rizzler heads were really sad that he didn't make it this month, but he unfortunately couldn't top the boom meter like Chill Guy did. Peace out, Rizzler heads. Got a good one for you today. It's that time of the month. Know Your Memes coveted rankings, Memes of the Month for December of 2024. The final month of 2024 was interesting, and a lot of memes flew through our apps and screens very quickly. Our little ADHD-addled minds scrolling through like addicted rats. There were a lot of memes that didn't quite make the top 5, but are still worth mentioning. For starters, Tuah Girl released a meme coin to the dismay of many people, and it somehow still worked. People bought it. People still fell for it because they, for some reason, always do. Do not buy a meme coin, except my meme coin. Poop coin. It's $1 million per share. You can send that to my PayPal. Thank you. That meme got 4.5% of the votes, but other memes like Kya and her delicious cooking, or even Marvel Rivals itself got a pretty decent score at 3%. The Squirrel Girl was popular too, and everyone couldn't stop talking about those suspicious drones over New Jersey. Side note, please do not shine laser pointers into the sky. Thank you. I have a flight soon. Not looking for my pilot to be blinded by your drone-seeking UFO twisted fingers pointing that laser up into the clouds looking to set off drones. Thank you. But yes, none of these memes topped the top 5, so let's get into it. Number 5 on this list was the Find Luigi game, which hilariously went viral before the UHC CEO shooting by the hottest man on planet Earth. No politics there, just stating facts. This 2-decade-old minigame had users memeing and posting all month long, with my favorite being this 4-panel comic, Daisy saying, "Luigi, where is my child support?" And then, of course, the Find the Luigi game. She's never finding him. He's never paying that. Number 4, with 13.5% of the vote, just barely couldn't squeak into the top 3, and that would be the Great Pepe. And no, not that Pepe. Get out of here, you green freak. We're talking about the Great Pepe the King Prawn, a Muppet who is just way too stressed out. This actually went viral right at the end of November, and his blank stare had much of us empathizing. The face when I say, "Okay, awesome," after my patient just told me that they had 2 heart attacks and a stroke 9 months ago. It's a good way of summing up how all of us feel in the workplace. My face after the boss cuts my pay with no bonus after working overtime every week all year. My face when ice cream machine broke. You get the picture. Or maybe you're 12 and you haven't ever worked before. Let me see. My face when mom takes away Skibbity iPad. There you go. Now you get it too. And at number 3 was the Locked In Alien with 14% of the votes. Some would say this is the ultimate life form because not only is this alien post-Mew, post-Mog, and probably post-Looksmax, it is most importantly locked in. A term that even I've started using pretty often. I feel like this alien right now as I record this Know Your Meme video. This meme was huge on TikTok, and honestly, I assumed if you've ever reached a higher state of consciousness and have traveled the galaxy, you probably have to be pretty locked in. Maybe this is what humans will look like in a few hundred years. At number 2 with 16% was Cursed Plankton, which honestly is a really old meme. I swear I've been seeing this thing forever. It's this weird photoshopped human face onto Plankton from SpongeBob. Like something you expect to see in a creepypasta video where someone claims this is what showed up on their TV on Nickelodeon at 3 in the morning. It also kind of looks like Plankton just finished. This image is actually so old, it was posted on DeviantArt way back in 2010. Yeah, this dehydrated, failed business owner is definitely not getting any chum bucket customers looking like that. Dude needs to start locking in like that alien. Maybe this could be the new Virgin versus Chad. Cursed Plankton versus Locked In Alien. Anyway, you all know what's happening right now. I'm giddy with joy in first place, and it's not even close, with 25% of the votes. The top meme voted on KnowYourMeme.com, the entire concept of Luigi Mansion. Just kidding, I mean the infamous alleged assassin. Luigi Mangione, who is the suspect in the United Healthcare CEO shooting. The internet went wild with this guy. Obviously, there were Super Mario memes, but also fan cams, and a surprising amount, not to me, of general thirsting. In 2025, this guy should start an OnlyFans. Like the Locked In Alien, he has people saying, "Slay!" Allegedly. He allegedly slayed, hypothetically, in Luigi's Mansion. Anyway, let us know what you thought of this month's crop of memes. I'm very pleased with the results. Good job, memers. Peace.